your Toyota dealers. We make it easy. I'm Allie Clifton alongside Mike Bresnahan. James Worthy, he has made it back. The man of all the duties.
Back in the saddle.
Yes, sir.
How's everybody?
You've had a busy day.
It was a busy weekend.
Yeah.
You know, we all got to have a little reunion with Pat Riley, getting his statue. It was a beautiful ceremony, beautiful dinner last night, and a ceremony today, only to end up with just getting our asses kicked.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Tough one, James. No doubt about it. I mean, the Lakers, the offense was never in sync, Allie. And one of these days, you and I will be invited to the same parties that James Worthy gets invited to.
I'm going to get my earpiece in a second.
But until then, we're just us, Allie.
I'm hopeful we get to talk a lot about the festivities and the celebrations of Pat Riley and the statue unveiling that we did show before the game today, because it looked awesome. Yeah. Obviously wonderful.
I think we'd much better talk about all that than...
We do.
We had a Boston massacre back in 1985, and it's just like a repeat of it. Yeah,
it was tough, James, because, I mean, there's a couple things you can point to. The Lakers, only 18 assists as a team. Not a lot of good ball movement tonight. Obviously, a really low point total, especially in today's NBA. Credit the Boston defense. Yeah. I mean, that is an absolutely sweltering defense. I'm not choosing the right word, but it's going to get on you. It's going to make you sweat. It's going to make you work. And the bottom line is the Lakers just couldn't pull it off tonight, Allie. They've been doing pretty well offensively for a while. Tonight was not one of those nights. And Boston, last in the league in pace, James. So they want to slow the game down. They don't want any fast breaks, which the Lakers like to do. Not a lot of easy fast break points at all for the Lakers tonight.
All valid. All valid. This game, to me, wasn't about, you know, stats and, you know, rebounds and all that. All that is the norm. No heart. Weak. No heart, weak. And it's post All-Star, you know, and we talked about what they needed to do before All-Star. I think they didn't achieve what they wanted to there. So now you get a break and they come back. Clipper game, okay. That was a tough game. They won. But tonight, this afternoon, was weak. It's the Boston Celtics. Okay, no Tatum. You're at home. You're in 5th place. You're trying to move up. You show really, you know, to me, no respect for the uniform. Okay, when you come out and you get out rebounded, offensive rebound after offensive rebound, Pritchard, Jaylen Brown, you can sniff out weakness. Okay, when you do that, you can just dominate. That's what they did. Offensive rebounds, you know, and you know, they've got to decide who they want to be, because right now, you know, I'm not sure. They're a good team. I'm not taking that away from them. They're a good team. They got a lot of offensive power. But until they decide, you know, I'm a little biased because it's the Celtics. Right. And it was Pat Riley's, you know, statue unveiling, and to, you know, just to come out like that at home with no, it was just tough to watch. And as I drove back, listened to John Ireland on the radio on the way in, it just got worse.
The game, we talked about it in the pregame show about how maybe players in the moment, they're not going to acknowledge that this is a measuring stick game. But you kind of make a point where, you know, you're up against the #2 team in the East, who has been playing very well.
7 or 8 games, I think they won.
Coming into a season they called the gap year. Not a lot of expectations because of that without Jason Tatum. But you look at the way, to your point, of the heart, the hustle, the energy, the effort, et cetera, right? You got 26 games left on the season. You look at this one. Only 3 of their 22 losses on the season have been below 10 points. What are you kind of thinking right now of what can be achieved, what needs to be accomplished during this sprint and this stretch run to the finish line when you look at a game like this and where you need to get to if you want to make noise in the postseason? Yeah,
they almost put, you know, us or me in a position where I don't know. You know, because we've been waiting. We've seen potential. They're good in the clutch. Last 3 or 4 minutes, the defense is good. So they get leads. So why can't they hang on to those leads? Why can't? But they really got to show some collective pissed off. You know, collectively, they got to have a meeting where, you know, who are we? You know, we are not meeting force with force until they decide, Allie, that they're going to defend and not give up offensive rebounds and not get outworked and out-muscled. Jaylen Brown and Pritchard, they felt it. They just said, look, we know they're not a little soft today. And so that's where we stand. If they don't decide to turn it around, if Rui and Ayton and these guys don't decide that they're going to be enforcers and change the narrative, then this is what we're going to get, unfortunately.
When you look at the Celtics, though, a lot of contributions. You mentioned Jaylen Brown. You mentioned Peyton Pritchard. Obviously, Jaylen Brown coming off his 6th career triple-double the other night against the Warriors. He had 32, 8, and 7 tonight. Peyton Pritchard, he's been better off the bench this season. He is in his sweet spot than he has been as a starter. He puts up a 30 ball himself, 4 boards, 8 assists, 6 of 9 from deep. But to your point, the mentality was just different.
Yeah. And who's the, I'm sorry, not Vujicic, but the other center, Nato?
Keita.
Yeah. Yep.
15 rebounds, just offensive rebounds after rebound, and just getting pushed around. That's what pisses me off the most, when you're getting pushed around, and then when, you know, as a player, when you kind of know you're defeated. I've done this before. When I've known I'm defeated, you start to complain. And you start to, you know, bitch and moan and start looking at the referees. And meanwhile, Boston, they see that. So the Lakers got to decide, they got to decide, we've been waiting long enough. They're healthy. Even without, being healthy, they got to decide who they are. Boston's won a championship. They don't have Tatum. They made some trades, but they still have that championship, banner, that mentality. Regardless of who's stepping up. And so they stepped up and just pushed, and taunted and did whatever they wanted to do to the Lakers. So they got to decide. The Lakers got caught. They got caught in that spot where threes not falling, shots not falling, Boston's just pushing you around. Now you're going to start complaining, which really, takes you away from what you're supposed to be doing. And so it wasn't pretty at all, not from the beginning. So, and this is a home game on a Sunday, on a big event. I don't know if they understand the history. Not these guys. I don't know if they get it. This is Boston Celtics and the Lakers at home.
Yeah,
they got to figure it out. Not only for Boston, they got to figure it out for the next few games, the next schedule coming up, because everybody else is watching. And if they're getting the same, the same answers that I think I have, they're going to be saying, yeah, we can do it too. So yeah, they've gotten themselves. And I hate to be so critical, but this is who they are right now. We don't know.
Yeah, James. I mean, Pat Riley said before the game in his speech before his trophy presentation, which turned out to be the best hour plus of the afternoon, that's for sure. He said, hey, when it comes time to kick some ass, you do it. And now we're still about a week away from March, so this is not that time. This is not mid-April or late May or even June, obviously, James. You had plenty of experience in the playoff months. But yeah, the Lakers are not playing well at home. They're now 16-11 at home. That's not a real strong record. Allie, like you alluded to, when they lose big. When they win, it's exciting, it's fun. They have some nice W's in the season. They're in a much better spot than I thought they would be in at this